Ah, here we go again.
We are so freaking back.
Another podcast, random subjects from everyday life with myself, Dustman Dave, and my assistant,
Elliot, hello.
Hello everyone. Well, Elliot, what subject shall we talk about today?
About stationery.
Yeah,
Could
that's
be
a
a good
good one. Now, stationery, it's used everywhere, isn't it? From
Yeah.
schools, colleges, workplaces, your home life. So yeah, let's start with that one. Well, welcome folks to episode 4 of Everyday Life,
Hey.
where we're going to talk about stationery today. Now, first of all, we're going to quickly list a load of stationery, and then we're going to pick our top 3 items, or our top 3 favourite items from that list to chat about. So, in no particular order, we have pens, multi-pens, fountain pens, pencils, pencils with rubbers on, rulers, sharpies, highlighter pens, sharpeners, sellotape,
Blue sack, all-purpose glue, post-it notes, A4 paper, stapler and staples, scissors, A4 pockets, clipboards, noteboards, and, of course, laminator.
and of course there's so many more to go with that. Did we mention envelopes? Well, if we didn't, envelopes should be on there too, with the little screens on them, the little clear screens, or the full like white envelopes. There's all sorts of stationery out there, and we love all of it, don't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Now, before we pick our 3 favourite stationery items, we're going to have a little random fact. Stationery or stationery? Now, the spelling. It can get a bit confusing. Do you spell stationery N-A-R-Y or N-E-R-Y?
No idea.
Well, stationery, S-T-A-T-I-O-N-A-R-Y, has a number of meanings, but mainly means lack of movement. But stationery, S-T-A-T-I-O-N-E-R-Y, comes from the older noun stationeer, which refers to a person or store that sells stationery, but in the past was another word for bookseller and publisher.
There you have it.
So there you go. Well, we can go straight in with Elliot's number 3 item.
Yes, my number 3 item is this pen's type rubber.
Well, that looks very interesting. A pen rubber. So basically means, now folks, I know you can't see these items, but we're going to do our best to describe them for you.
Oh yes, you've got the rubber tip, and then when you wear that rubber down, you take it out and you push it up the bottom, and there's 4 more rubbers.
That is amazing, and it's like in a little clear tube, isn't it?
Yep.
And it's got the rubbers inside it, so obviously they're going to probably last quite a while, aren't they? They're quite thick rubbers.
And I've got 2 of these.
And you've got 2 of those. You've got plenty of spares, because that's the worst thing, isn't it? When you're using something and you're about to run out, so it's always good to have some stock, isn't it? Like, especially with rubbers, when you're down to that last tiny little bit, and you get all those horrible little rubber bits hanging about. You have to brush them off, and you haven't got a spare. But with this,
you can get a good grip on it as well.
That looks really good. So you've got an endless rubber with that, haven't you, Elliot?
Yeah.
That looks really good. Well, my number 3 item in my favourite stationery items is my multi-pen. Now, first of all, apart from the obvious click, listen to that.
Ooh.
That's so relaxing.
Lovely.
That sound, isn't it? But yeah, you've got the black, the red, the blue and the green. Now, this is really handy for me, because with my work diary, I write in where I've been, etc. with the black and the earnings, etc. And in the green, I write down my mileage, and red for any rained off days or anything like that. And the only trouble is, obviously, with multi-pens, I do use the black quite a lot. So I do have a spare black biro in my pencil case in case that black runs out, but I still use all the rest until they run out, and then I replace them. Oh, and this multi-pen actually, this comes from the Black Country Living Museum. Now, multi-pens, you can get all all sorts, normal standard colours, but I like to personally get them from a day out somewhere, from the gift shop. We have the multi-pens, so it is a little collection until they run out, when I replace it. And of course I do have one in stock if this ever runs out. So Elliot, what is your number 2 favourite stationery item?
My number 2 favourite stationery item is my planner. It's got all the days in the week in it until the next academic year, and it's even got a world map in it and a periodic table and some maths formulas.
Wow, that looks absolutely amazing. Now that's we'll try and describe this one. It's an A5 size, like notepad size, isn't it, really?
Yes. And towards the back, you've got some A5 pocket sleeves, which you can put some things in. And at the very back, it's a little mini whiteboard.
That is amazing. So what would you use for that whiteboard? What sort of pen would you use? Is it a special pen that you can rub out, or?
Well, yeah, whiteboard pen.
Whiteboard pen, wow. That is absolutely amazing. So all of that in one.
Yeah. One little notebook.
And you've got the little pockets for it as well. That is a stunning bit of stationery.
Stunning.
Absolutely. I'm pretty much blown away by that. I think you were when you actually received that, weren't you?
Oh yeah, looking through, I was like, oh my god, there's a periodic table in here.
And that as well, which is one of your favourite subjects, periodic table.
I've got a periodic table pen.
Yes, cool. That's amazing. Well, my number 2 favourite stationery item is my pencil sharpener.
Oh, yes.
But it's not any old pencil sharpener. It's a pencil sharpener with the this little container one. I'm not sure if you can hear this. Let's open it up. It's got a little top or lid. So it's when you open it up, it's got the sharpener inside it. So when you sharpen your pencil, all of the shavings go inside it, which you can empty into the bin, instead of standing over a bin or whatever, with all the shavings coming off, or on your desk or on your table, all these shavings going everywhere. It goes into a little container, and when it gets full, you empty it. Now this one, I like it because it's a hexagon shape and it's got Land's End on it.
Ooh.
Now we got this probably about 18 months ago. So again, it's one of the novelty pencil sharpeners. I've got a few in my collection now, so it does vary. Some pencil sharpeners I've found can break the lead in the pencil pretty much straight away. Normally I try another pencil to see if that breaks it. If it does, then that sharpener, well, that is out the door, and I'll replace it with my next one in stock. So yeah, it's just like depends really, doesn't it, on what works best for your pencil.
Yes.
Yes. Well, before we go to our number 1 item, Elliot, because they are quite special, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Our number 1 stationery items are pretty special. Do you think we should have
a random fact?
Another one? Yes.
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be good.
It's random fact time. Before rubbers were invented, stale bread was used to rub out pencil marks.
God, well, that's a handy thing to know. I mean, I know we've been saying about keeping stock of anything you might run out of.
But if you run out of rubbers, just use a bit of bread.
Was that stale bread? So,
stale bread.
Often we have a bit of stale bread, actually, don't we? Sort of seems to be because I don't eat too much of it. But yeah, well, that is an interesting fact, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's definitely handy to have a stock of stuff, so you don't have to use your stale bread if you're out of rubbers. Now, are we ready for this, folks?
Ooh.
This is quite a special moment. I mean, stationery is such a vast subject. I mean, that list we mentioned earlier, I mean, we could talk about this for hours, couldn't we?
That's
like,
not even half of
the
it.
Sharpies and the sellotape and the blue tape and the all-purpose glue and the A4 paper, your scissors, your clipboards, your notepads. Oh, we love stationery, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
We absolutely love it. And we would love to talk to you for literally hours on end about all of these. But we can't tonight, and we don't want to bore you with it all. So we've picked our top 3, and are we ready, Elliot?
Oh, well.
Are we ready for our number 1 item? Number 1 stationery item? what is your number one stationery item?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for, hopefully. It's my highlighter star pen.
Stunning.
Got 5 in 1. You've got pink, you've got yellow, you've got green, orange and purple.
Wow, cool deal. And, well, it's like a star shape, isn't it?
Yep.
We're going to just describe it to you to the best of our ability. It's very colourful.
Very.
What's it say on the front? Does it say
Tink.
Tink?
Tink.
And it's got the different colours. It's got the pink on the top, orange bottom left, green bottom right, top right yellow, top left purple. And are they all in working order, Elliot? All those highlighters?
Well,
all those colours?
sadly, the purple doesn't work.
Ah.
But I've still got 4 colours.
Yeah.
And it's still a good item to show.
That's right. Have you got any spares? Have you got any spare highlighter pens in case your yellow runs out, for instance?
Oh yeah, I've got about 5 highlighters. One of them is actually in the shape of a syringe.
In the shape of a syringe? That's amazing.
Incredible.
Because, yeah, that is a good thing. With any item, you've got a lot of mentioned before, you know, I get a bit sort of worried if I'm getting low on stock. I always have to get out a replacement. Like if I'm down to my last little tiny bit of blue tack, I have to go and get some more.
Go get some more blue tack.
Or if I'm down to my last tiny bit of all-purpose glue.
Got to go get some more all-purpose glue.
Exactly. Or if I'm down to my last 2 envelopes.
Got to go get some more envelopes.
Yep. Or if I've literally got half a pencil left, because I do like to sharpen my pencils until about an inch.
Got to go get some more pencils.
Exactly.
So I have 2 of everything in my pencil case, and then I have a backup pencil case with 2 of everything in that pencil case.
Yes, that's right. Yep. I think it has to be done, doesn't it? Because, you know, when you love stationery so much as we do, the worst thing is, I mean, if you're writing something and your pen runs out and you haven't got a replacement, what do you do when you're in mid-flow?
Yeah.
And it's like late or you can't get out or to get a replacement. So, yeah, it's just always good to have stock of everything to do with stationery. The staplers as well, of course, with your stapler. But, yeah, we could go on about that, but we're on about our top 3 items. You said your number 1 earlier.
So, yes, what's your number 1?
My number 1.
Whoa.
Stationery item is my laminator.
Oh, yes.
Now, I love my laminator. I love plugging it in and waiting for it to heat up and for that ready sign to come on. And that little, it just gives out a little click. Nice and simple. And you can smell that it's heated up. Then I get my A4 laminating pouch out and laminate whatever I'm going to laminate. It could be anything from my parkrun barcode, which is paper, to your school timetable.
Yep.
It could be another important document that you don't want to lose or you don't want it to get ripped or wet if you have to take it out somewhere. That's just a handy thing to have, I think.
Yeah.
A laminator, and it gives out a distinct smell when it's heated up, and when the A4 pocket comes out the end, almost magically comes out the end, and it's all nice and warm, and you take it out. Then you switch off your laminator, let it cool down, and then you put it back in your drawer. So that's probably my favourite item out of all the stationery.
If you spill anything on it, it doesn't matter. It's laminated.
Yep, exactly. Instantly wipe off.
Yep.
Now, we are going to have a final random fact.
Well, yes, we've got one more. Pen lids cause an average of 100 deaths a year. How many times have you been told off for chewing on your pen lid? Well, here's why. It's to help people breathe, as many put holes in the top of the pen lids to prevent choking on them.
Well, that's a very important fact to end this podcast, Elliot, isn't it?
Yes.
Have you ever chewed on a pen lid at school? You've been told off for chewing on one?
No, I don't tend to do that.
No, that's right. Well, I probably have been guilty of that in the past in previous jobs, but I don't do it anymore. So, yeah, that's a great fact to end today's podcast on, isn't it? Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed our little journey into stationery. So thank you for listening. From me, Dustbin Dave, And from my assistant,
Elliot.
and if you'd like to know what our next subject will be, and would like to comment and for us to read it out, if you email us on binsfantastic2022@yahoo.com, and we will be in touch.
We will see you next time.
And folks, enjoy your stationery in your
Everyday life.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Goodbye.